Cotton Candy Princess Tiffany Avatar, and I am here to let you know that I will be gracing Big Event New York, and I hope to see you all there.
All right, go ahead.
In a protector, by the way.
Yeah.
So you really were thinking.
I know you got to go, but how do you feel being here real quick?
I am so excited to be here.
What about, Michael Myers?
We could add 2 more dents to this channel.
Follow her. Where can you follow you at?
You can follow me on Instagram at...
So I'm out of this bitch. Got a big match tonight at Victory Pro Wrestling, right, Britt?
Yes? Hola. First of all, I have to say it if not funny.
I wish I could, what is it, Ving?
Papa Dank, do you edit these videos?
Steven is there.
You don't want to miss this one. No. This is the wrestling business, and I know this better than anybody else. You see, I put asses in seats. I make the emotional connections with the fans, give them something to come back to. I'm the last thing they remember when they leave the show, not some trained monkey in the ring slapping his leg like some jabroni. NYWC knows this. Yet I got vilified. I got crucified. I got thrown out the last show because I defended myself against the crazy fans. Not once, but twice. He put his hands on me, tried to jump the guardrail. PAPADON, we need you to stay home, Jimmy. Things are too crazy right now. We need it to cool off. Until you greedy sons of bitches in NYWC management saw the video I posted online and realized that it went viral. Got more views than your entire library has in the last 20 some odd years you guys been around. And then you guys said, oh, let's make some money. So you booked me in a match against Jorge. You don't even call to apologize. Well, that's not how it works. Shane, listen to me well. You want me to show up Saturday? I have no problem doing business. But you're going to pay me a whole lot more money because I know my value. And I know you're not stupid no matter what people say out there. So when I show up Saturday, my other demand, which is non-negotiable just like the first one, is that whatever happens to Jorge, or his best friend if he shows up, or the crazy senile uncle, John Shane, if he shows up, whatever happens to those 3, that's not on me. That's on you. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, it's just business.
Wow, some strong words from PAPADON before the show even starts. And we already have a comment from my pal, Sal Savelli. Jesus, I've been here for 10 seconds. This guy's already making me regret it. PAPADON, calm down. Serena says, hey, what's up to both of us? And now, without further ado, let me bring to you guys the one and only, the Greek god himself, PAPADON. What's up? How are you, sir, tonight?
I am doing amazingly awesome. How are you?
I'm doing great as well. Pesky back injury. I got assaulted in New Jersey, but that's a story for another time.
You got assaulted in New Jersey?
Yes, some fan, this fan right here, Tina, stole the 23-6 heavyweight championship of the world. And I went searching for it, and I guess she hired some thugs to attack me. Wasn't pretty.
See, you got to watch crazy wrestling fans, man. They're all loony. They all think they have some kind of value where they don't.
100%. And we definitely want to encourage no fan to ever get involved in anything that's going on in the ring.
Absolutely. Know your role, stay in your lane, stay on the other side of the barricade, and enjoy it. Because what we're doing is we're entertaining the masses. You can heckle all you want, and I'll heckle you back because no one's going 15 rounds verbally with the champ. And what's going to happen is I'll put you in your place. You said you had a comment before we even went live. Who mentioned anything? I didn't hear you.
That was Savelli.
Fuck them.
He says he's been here for 10 seconds and this guy's already making me regret it. PAPADON,
okay.
Calm down.
Matches. I regret everything he does in that ring with his stupid haircut and that stupid yellow. Oh, no, not yellow. He was wearing white and pink. Guy looked like a powder puff. He can go fuck himself.
Serena's on your side. She agrees with you 100%.
Well, she's smart, so that's why.
Let's say hello to our friends joining us on Instagram. The one and only Brittany Savage is joining us there, as well as Acefield Retro and my good pal Shade. What is going on over there on Instagram? All right, let's get to it. this Saturday, the one and only Psycho Circus is turning 21. And besides, your big match right now with Jorge, let's get into that first. Let's everybody refresh them on how this came about.
All right. Well, it's very simple. A couple of shows ago, I was in this gauntlet. And at the end of the gauntlet, Bestia came in second to last. I put him out of his misery real quick. With the simplest of ease, I crushed him like a grape, like I always do with my opponents, without even breaking a sweat, to be honest with you. And then I guess some fan who happened to be his best friend was pissed that his friend lost. And when I was wrestling the Fusion champion, Giorgio, I was going to hit him with my DDT, or people know it as the Randy Orton draping DDT, which I like to use.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking kid threw water on me. He took his bottle, he started spraying me with water. I didn't know what it was. It could have been piss. It could have been sulfuric acid. I have no idea. You hear the stories back in the days from the old timers. They get batteries thrown at them, bags of shit thrown at them, piss on them. So what the hell it was. I got rolled up real quick. 1, 2, 3. Giorgio got out of there because he stole one and he knew he was going to get his ass kicked. Then I went to tell the guy to sit down and shut up and learn his role and what the hell his problem was when I realized it was only water. And then the guy put his hands on me.
Wow.
So I pulled him over the guardrails. I smacked some sense into him. And then this dumbass, Georgie boy, comes out and attacks me, breaking the golden rule that I stated last night when he was on your show, that the locker room should have the back of the boys because we're supposed to be a quote-unquote brotherhood. And I got reprimanded by the office. Meanwhile, I was the victim. Then what happens is the following show happens. I'm supposed to wrestle Jorge. And before the match starts, I see my former manager when I was in a tag team called The Solution back in the day with my brother, Ed Toscano, may he rest in peace, John the Short Thing Say, sitting in the front row. That caught me by surprise because I've been talking. I haven't seen him or I haven't spoken to him in a while. I've been reaching out to him, trying to get him to come down to NYWC to have a drink, to hang out with the boys, tell some stories from back in the days, watch a couple matches, tell the boys, hey, fix this. This was good. That sucked. Whatever the case may be, drop some knowledge. The guy knows he's the greatest manager never to be on TV. Unfortunately, when he was coming up in the business with us, managers were looked as obsolete. So he never got his break. But he is by far the greatest manager in professional wrestling never to be on TV. The second guy to be the greatest manager who managed me a few times was Rob Dimension. Those guys should have been on TV long ago. But I digress. So I go to talk to him, and lo and behold, what do I see? I see the schmuck fan from the first show, Bestia's friend, back in the building. And then I find out it's John Shane's fucking nephew. What a coincidence. And then I flipped out. I'm a hothead, man. There's no rhyme, reason behind it. I was pissed because my quote-unquote friend, my brother in the business, who's been no-selling me all these months, decides to come down to rectify a situation that didn't need any rectification because of his nephew. So I told something to John, and maybe I shouldn't have smacked him. But you know what? I had to smack some sense into him. And I did. And then Larry, I think his name is, right? The Bestia say his name yesterday on the podcast. Right?
Yeah.
Decided to step up and put his hands on me, try to jump the guardrail. So I give him a right hook right to the jaw. And down goes Frazier. And then what happens? Before all that, some fat chick in a black dress decided to heckle me, so I heckled her back. She got all pissed off, started cursing out the wazoo. So I put her in her fucking place, and it just escalated and escalated and escalated. And then what happens? All of a sudden, I get put in the back, getting reprimanded, saying that Doc and I pay for the situation. Jorge attacked me yet again on the ramp. As I'm trying to make my way to the back, he started throwing fists at me. And then they throw me out of the building. And I get a call 2 days later from management telling me, yo, Jimmy, which is for you people at home or watching this on your phones or on your computer or on the interwebs, Jimmy in Greek is Demetrius. So Demetrius Papadon is my real name. So it's like, stay home. We'll use you when we need to use you. Right now, things are a little hectic. It's too hot. We need it to cool down. So what happens? I sit at home, pissed off at the whole situation. Again, I was the victim. And then I get told what I got told. And on top of that, I post the video online just to tell people who are fans, almost like a PSA, don't do the following when you go to a wrestling show.
Right.
So what happens? The thing catches like wildfire. It goes viral. Has one video. I posted 2 videos, one after each show. First one had like, I don't know, close to 100,000 hits altogether. The second video where I smacked John Shane and right hook the fan, got over 100,000 hits just on Facebook alone. Just on one platform. So NYWC says, oh, this thing is something people want to see. So they booked me in a match with this jabroni. They didn't even ask me if I wanted to do the match. They never called me and apologized. They never gave me the money that they took from me to begin with. So that's why I said what I said on your podcast last night to Jorge. And that's why I cut that promo, if you will, letting them know that if they didn't meet my demands, I will not be there Saturday. Lo and behold, I should be Nostradamus because they met my demands. So Saturday, I will be there. And you said match before, but I'm letting you know right now, it's not going to be a match. Jorge cost me money, broke the cardinal rule. It's going to be a fight. And I'm going in there, guns are blazing, and he's going down quicker than a $2 hooker. So it is what it is.
Wow. This Saturday, Psycho Circus turns 21. Make sure you use that QR code to get your tickets or go to nywcprowrestling.com to get your tickets. This event will sell out, so don't procrastinate. Make sure you get your tickets. Let's go over some of the matches real quick. We got Mike Mistretta with Amity LeVay versus Ryan Clancy. How do you think this one's going to go, Papadon? You
know what? I don't know. Nor do I. To be honest with you. Clancy's a hell of a talent. Mistretta, he's a plethora of wrestling knowledge. He knows how to wrestle styles. And from what I understand, they're setting it up old school World of Sports style where it's going to be rounds. Mm-hmm. So,
oh, wow.
Case being, if the fans are smart enough to follow, and let's face it, wrestling fans usually are not very smart. So I don't know if they'll be able to jive with what's going on, but I hope they do for the performer's sakes and for the wrestler's sakes.
Right.
And, I mean, let's face it, they wouldn't be on the card if they don't know what they're doing. So we'll see.
We'll see what happens, but it looks like we have a special guest popping on.
Hold on, I'm going to switch from my phone to the computer, hopefully. I'll bring the guest on. Let me guess. It's going to be Jorge trying to do a...
There's Jorge.
Yo, what up, Papadon? Oh. You know, ever since last night, people have been asking me what this match really is about. And that's 2 things.
Hold on.
Oh, no. I'm talking. You had your chance to talk last night. It's my turn now.
Listen, I'll give you your chance to speak, okay?
No.
But the point
I'm going to speak right now, and I'm going to make it short and sweet.
Wrong thing. It's not going to be a match. You're not listening to me.
No. This whole thing is about teaching you 2 things, dude. That's respect the NYWC fans and keep your hands to yourself. So at Psycho Circus, best believe, you're going to get all big man shit. I'll see you Saturday.
You done? That was boring as podcast left.
He's fired up tonight, Papadon. Woo!
Well, someone stole his green card. Why is he all pissed?
Yikes.
Listen,
oh boy, he says Jumbo Rough.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, point being is that was lame. The podcast last night was lame. No offense, Papa Dank. You guys were talking about pops. The guy doesn't know what a pop is, literally. So never got a pop, never will get a pop. And you know what, dude? You want me to keep my hands to myself? How the hell are we going to have a fight if I keep my hands to myself? Look, it's real simple. You show up Saturday, I'm going to hit you in the jaw. And I don't want to hear big man shit. You're not a big man. We're the same goddamn size. And I'm an average human being. I'm 5'10". Okay? So let's face facts. You might be a big man compared to Mishratta or some of these other kids who are smaller than a fucking welterweight in wrestling or in boxing. But let's face it. You're not getting in the ring with someone who's as green as goose shit like you. You're getting in the ring with a seasoned veteran, the alpha and omega of pro wrestling. And we're not wrestling. I told you I'm not going to wrestle you. We're not locking up. We're not going to change. We're not going to chain wrestle. We're not going to try to do catch or catch can. We're not going to do any of that crap. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm going to kick you in the balls. I'm going to bite you in the nose. And then I'm going to win because I don't like you now. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like you. I don't like your friend. I don't like his uncle anymore. Fucking guy pissed our friendship of 20 plus years right down the toilet. So it is what it is. Maybe it is a grudge match, but the fact is I'm going to get paid, son, to knock you out. So I'm happy.
Wow. A lot of stuff going on down tonight. Let's go to the next match. Let's cool down a little bit. All right, we got the FBI, CJ Bambino and Little Guido versus Dirty D's, Dirk Moore and Johnny Malloy. How do you think this one's going to go, Papano?
Well, the FBI is the FBI. So fact of the matter is they're going to go kick some ass. So let's switch.
Gotcha.
So
there you go. Sorry.
No, it's fine. This way you get better quality instead of me being on my phone. Anyway,
you actually look blurrier.
Do I look blurrier? Really?
Yeah, you really do.
Do I sound better?
Before. You sound better. But
okay, so blurry. Well, then you're lucky because that makes you better looking for one. So don't worry about it.
Wow.
You know what? People were telling me today I should charge you fucking rent for using the word Papa in your name because Papa Denk sounds too much like Papa Don. And Papa Don being my last name and Denk being yours, the Papa is fictitious for you. So maybe I should charge you a vig for using Papa because people might mistake you for me until they see you and realize that you're not me. You'll never be me.
Not gonna they're not gonna think I'm you, definitely 100%.
The only thing you got is the height. Anyway, point is that the FBI is gonna kick some ass and take some names because the FBI is the FBI. Don't get me wrong, Dirty Deeds is a great team. They might put up a hell of a fight, but I think Bambino has a chip on his shoulder for some strange reason. So who knows? We'll see what happens.
All right, let's go to that next card. Unstoppable Hitman versus Milk Chocolate XXL, man. How do you think the championship's going to change hands?
I don't know, man. It's the Hitman or the Hitman. You know what I mean? And Milk Chocolate, when they get their sights set on something, you know, whether it's a chick, a rat, a belt, whatever the case may be, they want it. They want it, and they have that monster of a man, Rex Lawless, with them, and he might be the deciding factor. I mean, the guy's bigger than all three of those hitmen together, so who knows? It's going to be a hell of a match.
It's going to be a hell of a match. Jumbo Ref says, I was just going to say this is Papa times 2. And you're right, Tina. There's no mistaking us. But I will be coming after my championship, so I'm coming back to Jersey to look for you.
You lost to
all right. She stole it.
Chick.
She stole it. I didn't lose it. She stole it.
How'd she steal it?
She took it from my table and stole it.
You're like 6'6". How'd they freaking steal it?
I was talking to my good friend Joel Maximo. Oh. And I come back. I'm like, what's going on here? What's missing?
So she got sticky fingers, huh?
She got sticky fingers.
Man. And she stole your belt. Next card. You didn't want to pop for that one because Tina would kick your ass.
I was taught not to hit ladies.
I agree.
Then again, she stole my championship, so she might not be.
I agree. You never hit a woman, but I'll tell you this Saturday, I am gonna punch a bitch, so that's for sure.
Whoa! All right, Giorgio Lawrence versus Cooper Valentine for the NYWC Fusion Championship. Let's go.
I'm gonna keep my eye on this match because I should add that championship should be mine. if it wasn't for that stupid ass fucking fan. But anyway,
Look who's in the chat, man. Mr. JT Kaysen, Sticky Bandit.
hey, JT Snooches, bud.
What's up, bud? All right, next. Oh man, this is a grudge match for sure. All right, next, Amity LeVay versus Dolly Darko, and Dolly's getting like, she's been cutting some tough promos for Amity.
Oh, it's gonna be one hell of a match, that's for sure. I mean, if it isn't, then I don't know what else to tell you. It's for the Scarlet Championship, so I mean, it's the Scarlet Championship is prestigious title, and she has Miss Shredder in his corner. Even though she's bigger than Miss Shredder, she still has Miss Shredder in the corner, so he might be the deciding factor. But
Hey, did you say she's bigger than Miss Shredder?
I'm joking, not really. So who knows? Who knows? I mean, she's crazy, bro. Look at that. She's nuts. They're both nuts. You know what I mean?
She was playing with scissors on the podcast here the other night. So yeah.
You listen, let me ask you a question. What's worse than running with scissors?
What's worse than running with scissors? Running with a knife?
No, scissoring with the runs. Next.
Well, I'm glad I got the lighter side version of you now.
Well, listen, I have no problems with you. I appreciate you having me on your platform. It's actually entertaining for a change. You don't have that idiot Sal Savelli on who can bore a librarian. You definitely don't have that refugee from Suffolk big man shit on your fucking poor guy. Poor guy bored everyone to death last night. I'm surprised you got any views or people didn't get to sleep. And watching that podcast was worse than taking melatonin. Anyway, go on.
All right, let's go into that main event right now. The Psycho Circus itself, man. Joey Conway and the Slime Balls from the NWA versus Big O, JT Case, and Mikey Whipwreck versus Sal Savelli and Post Game. All those championships are on the line, man. What are your thoughts on this match?
The Psycho Circus is one of the most sadistic, most tremendous, most spectacular, yet vile, malicious matches anyone could ever partake in. And I was in two of them. Okay. So I know what it takes to be in that match. Hell, I got punched by Terry Funk in one of those Psycho Circus matches back in the day when he was special ring enforcer. Whoa. So it's not to be taken lightly. This match is going to steal. May rest in peace to the GOAT. This match has so many variables in it that it's anyone's game. Okay, as much as I like shitting on Sal Savelli for looking like a dirty, cheap used car salesman, the kid has talent, and Post Game has talent, and the Slime Balls have talent, and Conway, not only is he the champion, but he's very talented because he's been sitting under the tree of Papadon for the last couple of years. Okay, then on top of that, I don't mind breaking kayfabe; it's the truth. On top of that, we have JT Kaysen and one of my mentors, Mikey Whipwreck, one of my trainers, who claims that he's old and broken down, but even on his worst day, he's better than 99% of the people in the game today. Okay, and I'm not just, bro, he's like Yoda. You ever see Yoda when he was fighting Count Dooku, and then when he's done, he gets a stick and he's like hobbling? That's Mikey Whipwreck, okay? And you have the Big O, who's one of the strongest, most... Look, I've been in the ring with a lot of people in my last 24, almost 25 years I've been in the business. And I'm telling you right now, Big O is probably in the top 3 strongest people I've ever been in the ring with. This guy does not know his own strength. Okay. And I know he's pissed off and he wants that championship back. So when you have nothing to lose, that's when you're most dangerous. And that's where he's at right now. So this match, I'm telling you, someone blinks, they're going to miss something that may lead to the victory. So everyone needs to keep their eyes peeled for everything. It's going to be insane.
He was so pissed off he couldn't even come on the podcast tomorrow. That's how man. Yikes! Who? All right, Big O, yeah. He's angry. I don't think I've ever seen angry O.
All right, I've seen angry O plenty of times.
Have you? I think my table might be next to his on Saturday at the show.
It's okay. That means you'll get a lot of people straggling from his table to your table.
I better be careful. All right, let's jump out of wrestling for a moment. I want to get your thoughts on the casting of Fantastic Four coming up.
I don't know, man. They're all great actors. I really like the guy from the Bear playing the Thing.
Mhm.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be CGI. I just hope they just do him
Right.
justice and make him look good. As far as Reed Richards being Pedro Pascal, he's a great actor. I hope he shaves his stash, does a new
Yeah.
look, doesn't look like Pedro Pascal, and goes into the role. I mean, in the picture he
Right.
has the stash,
He
so
has
I
it
don't
on,
know.
right?
I don't
he
know, man.
shaves
It
it off.
hopefully it's good. I hope it's good. You know,
Me
we'll see
too.
what happens. I mean, look, Marvel right now is in a bad situation, just like Star Wars. They're
It really
let
is.
they're letting ideal politics and wokeness run the ship, and no one wants to see that. We don't go to the movies to deal with situations that's going on in the real world. We go to the movies to go escape the
To
real
escape.
world. So no one wants to deal with all this nonsense about feminism and wokeness, whatever the case may be. Just have a good story. And let's face it, they just had a writer's strike in Hollywood.
Right.
The majority of all these writers in Hollywood, they're like the drizzling shits. They're like the horse hay bestia of Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't write a good movie. I mean, Boba Fett's sucked. Kenobi was a letdown. Okay. Andor was great. Season 3 of Mandalorian was good, but not as good as the first 2 seasons. So people are saying it's a letdown. No one wants to see a Rey movie. You know, no one cares about the Marvels, even though the movie wasn't bad. Okay. But no one cared. Brie Larson needs to keep her political opinion to herself and stop realizing it's a work, chick. Go make me a sandwich. It's a work. You're not really Miss Marvel. You're not the strongest superhero in the world. You're an actress or an actor, depending what term you want to use, and you're playing a fictitious character. So go make everybody a sandwich and stop being an idiot. Regardless of that, I mean, what I'm looking forward to be honest with you, is the
Mhm.
Deadpool movie. And I'm looking forward to the Daredevil series because, in my opinion, Daredevil from Netflix is the best series they've done to date.
Right.
Still,
I agree. I like Daredevil. JT Cason agrees with you. Deadpool is going to save Marvel.
I hope so. And the problem with Deadpool is this: it's the same problem that they had with Doctor Strange. All these quote unquote leaks are coming out, and expectation starts to build up for certain characters to appear or certain situations to appear. And then when it doesn't happen, it's like a letdown. So the expectation becomes greater than the actual movie, and the movie doesn't live up to the hype, and people get pissed. So I hope that's not the case.
Hope that's not the case either, man. So far, the trailer. What do you think of the trailer, actually?
I liked it. It was a teaser trailer.
I thought it was great, too. All right, let's talk about something else you got going on for WrestleMania week. You got Rex Fest going on in Philly.
Yeah, man. Rex Fest in Philly. It's going to be a hell of a time, man. I'm issuing an open challenge. I'll cut a promo and throw it on the interweb so everyone can see it. But I'm issuing an open challenge that night. Whoever has the balls to step up, let's step up. And don't be like Bestia, who has the balls bouncing off his chin. I'm talking about the fucking cojones between your legs. And let's fucking have a great fucking time.
All right, now where can everybody get their tickets? At rexfest.live?
I
Is that where
believe
they,
so.
no, that's where they're streaming it. Anyway,
It's
just look up Rex Fest on
Type
Facebook
in
and-
RexFest on your server. I believe it's rexfest.com or something like that. I don't know. But point is, if you Google RexFest, you know, there's something called Google, you'll get it.
That's where I got this picture. You see, it's kind of grainy.
It's okay. You got something, right?
Yikes. All right. Rex Fest, man. I know a lot of people are going to be there, and I'm excited for them to be a part of WrestleMania week. Are you excited to be a part of WrestleMania week?
Yeah, I've done a few WrestleMania weekends, and it's always a fun time. I'm glad this is local, to be honest with you. There's a lot of good shows going on. There's some in the Monster Factory that are going on. My friend Jesus Rodriguez, aka Ricardo Rodriguez, is having a show with Three Legacies. 5-Star Wrestling's having a show. They're gonna do a Dragon Gate versus Ludus show earlier on at the Rex Fest. Then you have Battleground doing 2 shows on 4-4 and 4-5. I think Alvin Alvarez is on that show.
Yes.
So good for him. You know, it is what it is, bro. It's going to be a lot of wrestling. Hopefully fans come out and they spend money because you got to support your local indie wrestlers. You buy an 8x10, you buy a card, you buy a t-shirt, you pay for a photo, and you have a good time. And I'm gonna do what I do best, Papa Denk, and that's gonna steal the show entertain the fans, make an emotional connection, not slap my leg and be a citizen of leg slap city and steal the show. Because no one can outwork me. No one can outtalk me. I always send the fans home happy, or I send them home remembering who I am. So that's all I'm going to do, what I do best.
Let's not forget WonderCon also happening out there as well.
Yeah. Like I said, ton of wrestling, too much to list.
A lot of
But,
wrestling.
you know, hopefully it's good wrestling and everyone has a good time.
Plus, of course, there's the Hall of Fame and WrestleMania itself.
Yeah, who's in the Hall of Fame this year? They mentioned anyone yet?
Not yet.
You know who they
One
should
person.
put in the Hall of Fame? They should
Who?
put in Stevie Richards in the Hall of Fame. They should put in Tommy Dreamer in the Hall of Fame because it's in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Yeah, you're right.
So
100%. Maybe they will.
they should put Demolition in the Hall of Fame.
They're not in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think so.
That's a shame. They should be in the Hall of Fame.
Of course they should.
What about China herself?
She's in the Hall of Fame.
She's not in the Hall of Fame.
I thought she
Not-
was part of DX.
Not by herself.
Well, I guess.
Just
I mean,
part
but
of
then
DX.
part of DX, but then, you know, whatever. I mean, yeah, she should be. She of course. You know, she blazed the
deserves it.
trail. Of course.
100%. Is there anything you're looking forward to watching upcoming?
Like, what do you mean, wrestling wise?
Nah, let's jump out of wrestling for a moment. Movie wise, TV shows, anything.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Deadpool. I'm looking. Bad Batch is debuting tomorrow. For you people out there that don't know, I have two podcasts of myself. One is a conspiracy podcast that we do ever so often since we got shadow banned. It's called The Conspiracy Horseman with myself, Stevie Richards, Big Sal Graziano from the FBI who will be at Psycho Circus, and Bin Hamin. And the other one is a Star Wars podcast called The New Force Order. It's the NWO logo, but an F instead of the W because I'm a big NWO mark. And
Wow.
it's called The New Force Order. It's on all the platforms. We talk about Star Wars. We're recording an episode tomorrow. Bad Batch season 3 debuts tomorrow. 3 episodes. So I'm looking forward to that. What else am I looking forward to? Like I said, Deadpool. Looking forward to X-Men 97. Looking forward
Yes,
to
me too.
I mean, I don't know. I was watching a movie last night, but I fell asleep because it was late. Albert Einstein and the atomic bomb. It was like a reenactment with real footage as well on Netflix. I love
Wow.
history. I mean, Greeks invented it, so
Me too.
I like
I
watching
like
it.
history too.
You know, so that looked interesting. I just saw the movie Wonka. That was great. You know, I saw all my kids.
Oh,
They
it was?
loved it. Yeah, it was really good. And I don't like musicals, but I like this movie. This movie was good. So
I want to touch back on your conspiracy podcast. What do you guys cover?
conspiracies.
History conspiracies?
Everything.
Really?
History, current day topics,
Okay.
creatures like Bigfoot, you know what I'm saying? The pyramids, everything. We were going strong for almost 3.5 years, and then we got shadow banned because we were, I guess, flying too close to the sun like Icarus, and we burned our wings. So now every so
Wow.
often we'll do a podcast like we did one a couple of weeks ago talking about that situation with the mall with supposed aliens that showed up, you know, and all the cops
Yes.
showed up down in the mall. So that was something we
Wow.
talked about. Yeah. So you conspiracy horseman, you could it's on Rumble because we can't put anything on YouTube or anything like that because they won't play it and it gets demonetized. You go on Rumble, type in conspiracy horseman, and you get to see some of the podcasts. We had David Icon. We've had tons of people, Tim Alberino on. We've had hip hop artists on the show talking about the music industry and Satanism in it and the femininity of the masculine rapper and all this other stuff. We've had a lot of topics that we've discussed. And go on Rumble and find the shows, Conspiracy Horseman.
That's interesting, man. I got to check that out. I love conspiracy theories. What was your favorite episode?
It's hard to tell, bro, because I question everything. You know what I'm saying? And everything to me, you got to be a free thinker. You got to be a critical thinker, and you got to question everything. And when they start labeling you as a truth seeker and using truth as a bad word, you know you're onto something, because truth is not a bad word. Truth is a good word. You should not be vilified for trying to find out the truth of a matter. So I'm not going to mention anything right now because I don't want you to get demonetized if I mention anything. But one of my favorite conspiracies, not conspiracies, because it's actual fact, is the monetary structure. of the world today with the centralized banks like the IMF and the Federal Reserve and the gold standard and the fiat currencies known as the US dollar and all this mumbo jumbo rabbit hole I can get into, but I have another podcast to do soon. So actually right now,
Okay.
but it's okay. And then, the moon landing, that's another favorite. And Antarctica, that's another one. And 9/11, that's another one. There's so many different things out there that we're being lied to about, that if you really do your research, you realize that, hey, wait a minute, A, B, and C is not the truth. X, Y, Z is. So, it's good. It's good discussion because, like we said, it's not wrestling.
It's good discussion. Right. I agree.
So,
all right. I love watching that stuff. I watch Ancient Aliens all the time. It's my favorite show.
another Greek, George Tsoukalos, Aliens with the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. See, Greeks do everything better. I bet she's gonna find out. I'm gonna make him my busboy on Saturday when I bitch smack him.
Oh, Kaysen says the thoughts on the Mandela effect.
Don't get me started, bro. When I brought that into the NYWC locker room, Mega and Stockade at the time couldn't sleep all night. They were checking out facts and they were flipping out. So, whew, don't get me started with that shit.
All right, we'll jump out of that. And I know you got to go. I know you got to do another podcast. Before you leave, did you get a chance to watch Iron Claw?
No.
Okay. Are you interested in watching it?
I'll watch it when it comes on streaming. I didn't want to go to the theater and go watch it because I'm cheap and I have 37 kids I got to feed, so I'm frugal when it comes to my money. So when it comes on TV, I'll watch it. You know what I mean? I definitely wanted to see it, but I just didn't want to go to the theater. Nothing's been sparking my interest lately to go see anything at the theater. The last two things I saw at the theater was Oppenheimer, which was amazing, and then I saw the Scorsese film. Flower Moon, whatever it was called, and that sucked balls. That was horrible.
Was it really?
Yeah, it could have been done in 2 hours. Someone should tell Scorsese less is more, grab a hold, and stop bitching about Marvel and put out better quality like you used to put out, like Goodfellas.
Love Goodfellas.
No, my favorite film outside of Star Wars.
Is one of my favorite films as well. All right, this Saturday, Psycho Circus. Papadon takes on Jorge.
Look at that idiot with that stupid beard. Look at him. Jorge La Bestia. Fucking
Yikes.
dumbass. I'm gonna smack
I'm
gonna smack the taste of cock out of his mouth on Saturday, dude. Oh,
Make sure you use that QR code to get your tickets, or go to nywcprowrestling.com to get your tickets. This will sell out. And I will be there as well, filming my next episode of Vlog Interaction this Saturday at the Circus. And I'm very excited. All right, let everybody know where they can follow you, Papa Don.
All right, you wrestling fans, all you Einsteins out there, it's very simple. On X, at Greek God Papadon. On Instagram, at Greek God Papadon. My YouTube channel, Greek God Papadon. Okay? On Threads, at Greek God Papadon. On Facebook, Demetrius Papadon. Okay? Pro Wrestling Tees store, Pro Wrestling Tees / Greek God Papadon. So you see the pattern forming. It's Greek God Papadon for all your wrestling needs. You get to see the greatest wrestler alive today. That's me. So there you go, Papa Dank. That's how you do a podcast. Not like, yeah, I buy Pops. I want the Dragon Zord. What
I'm not a Dragon Zord guy.
Soft snowflake. You don't know me. I'm from the streets. You're not from the fucking streets. Get the fuck out of here.
I grew up in the streets, bro. I grew up in Hempstead.
Ooh, please.
Gunshots and murder. Let me tell you. All right, coming up for me next Thursday is my good pal JPJ. He's coming back on the podcast at 9:00, and he's got a show this Saturday. It is Salute to the Service, and he is there as well as Trevor Murdoch from the NWA and other great stars. Make sure you check them out. Then I have Just Jody coming on next week. There she is. She's coming on next Tuesday at 6:00. For now, others are pending. I'm excited, man.
I can always come back and talk about my many bookings because on March 9th, I'll be down at VCW, Virginia Championship Wrestling. Great federation for people to check it out. You can check out Virginia Championship Wrestling on their YouTube page. They have a plethora of talent, and they actually have a good thing going. And not only because I'm there, but because they actually have guys that look like wrestlers, not like little kids in baggy pants slapping their legs like idiots and no selling everything. But it's a good time. So check it out. Virginia Championship Wrestling on the 9th. I'm in a 3-way dance with Dirty Money and Chris Slade. So it's going to be a good time because both those guys can go, and I've danced with both of them before and smacked them from, one side of the ring to the other. So it's going to be a nice night for GGP.
All right. As for me as well, on SICW, you can check out the Beyond the Barricade commercial that was just released on their latest YouTube channel episode. It is the second set of commercials in. I'm excited to be partnering with SICW and Mr. Herb Simmons, Booker Extraordinaire, who's been around for 50 years in the business and has been in the old NWA days as well.
Nice.
And want to give a shout out to Titan Championship Wrestling. They got the upcoming free-for-all Saturday, March 9th. Registration is free. Lots of companies, not just Titan, scouting for talent, followed by the Danger Zone tapings. That's free to the public from 4 to 5:30, followed by Another Level. That's Saturday night. And that card is going to be stacked. And look who's at the top, all the way at the top, Mr. Papadon, Mr. Joey Conway.
My Padawan. Yay, Mike. Give me a call. What's it? The guy from TCW. Give me a call. How are you going to have Titan Championship Wrestling and all this Greek, lore with no Greek god on your roster? That doesn't make any sense. Let's do some business. Trust me.
All right. Billy Fetsky, the owner of
Billy
Titan.
Fetsky. What did I say, Mike? I'm sorry.
You said hi, Billy Fetsky.
Billy. That's right. I spoke to him once in the past when they were first starting out.
Did you really?
Yeah, way
Billy's
back.
a good guy.
Oh, he's a great guy from what I hear.
And
they have a good roster full of good talent. So
they do.
Anyway,
including
I got to bounce,
my
brother.
pal, PJ Savage. Go ahead, you go. I want to
Peanut Butter Jelly Savage. Peanut Butter Jelly
Savage. The Cotton Candy Princess herself, Tiffany Avatar. All in one, Michael Fain, Jocko, Daniel Alexander, Justin Bon Jovi, Face, Marie Valdemita. Make sure you go check them out as well. Oh, Brianne, I'm sorry. I'm sure Papadon likes you. Yikes. This Saturday, Psycho Circus. Be there or not be there. But if you're not going to be there, you're going to miss out on the greatest independent wrestling show ever. So you better be there. Get your tickets. NYWC Pro Wrestling.com. Get your tickets this Saturday. Psycho Circus. Everybody have a good night.